when you were a kid. I thought that was interesting. It's kind of when did you first meet them?
I think it was about, shout out to Tirani Prevo. I think it was about 8th grade, probably about 8th grade summer. My grandpa holds a little camp down in Southern Oregon just for local kids and stuff, and some of the coaches right before they get back from recruiting and stuff, make their way down there, and they come and do a little day camp for them. So that's kind of like where I first met him. I met him and Chip and Coach Frost, Coach Neal. We had another old DB coach, Todd Light. A lot of really good, knowledgeable coaches down there. And at the time, I had no idea. I was just going down there to compete, and I just know that there were Oregon coaches there. But yeah, I got the chance to kind of communicate with them a little bit there. At that time, I was playing quarterback and like wide receiver, running back, so I wasn't really focused on the defensive side of the ball. But at least I kind of was familiar with the name. And then my first year here, he was working with the D-line with Coach Az and everything, and I was still a DB, so I didn't get a whole lot of interaction with him there either. But now it's just full on. He's my position coach now, and it's going good.
Yeah, those camps sounds like they went for about 9 years and down in like Days Creek or so.
Yeah.
It sounds like all the coaches are really good friends with your grandfather.
Yeah.
Can you explain that bond that those guys have?
I just know they go back a while. They all played football and kind of grew up in like the same kind of generation, playing together, coaching together. So I know they kind of just have they just keep good relationships, and just I've kind of took some I guess some knowledge from that, and just knowing that these guys that I'm gonna be around here are gonna be some of my best friends I ever meet. Guys that'll stick with me through the rest of my life. So it's just cool to see that they got those connections still, and hopefully I can build some here.
You're about a year into switching from the secondary to your linebacker role or so. Can you explain how far you've come and kind of how comfortable you are at this point playing linebacker?
I'm really comfortable. It's just all about just gaining confidence every day, and just becoming more and more a master of my position and a student as well. I'm still studying, and I think I'll continue to do that as long as I'm able to play, just try and get better at everything that I'm doing. But yeah, I'm feeling more comfortable. Obviously I want to gain some more weight. That's always good, but I got a whole summer and pre-fall to do that, so I'm excited about it. It's a good position for me, and I'm just embracing it and playing as hard as I can.
What are you at right now? What would you like to get to weight-wise?
I'm right in between 210 and 215 right now. If I could go into fall, about 220, I'll be happy.
Yeah. Was there a point where your head stopped spinning, learning this new job?
Last year, over last year, it was kind of the learning period, So it was a little bit. That was kind of the adjustment period where things were kind of really fast and just learning the technique and stuff. So that was that last year was kind of the adjustment period. Now it's just building confidence. The game's starting to slow down, and just making all the plays that come my way.
You feel like Chins is the same way right now? He's kind of getting into his own groove after kind of a wild off season for him?
I think it's the same for him. He's trying to learn how to trust us, just as we are trying to trust him, and we're all just trying to respect each other, and we're all just kind of growing as a group.
Absolutely.
Is there one thing that you think feels the most different, comfort level aside?
Not necessarily. This year it's just, just because I've had the experience of last year, at least getting into some games and the whole season of playing up there on the line of scrimmage. Now it's just, I know what to expect. Now it's just a matter of just, focusing in on every play and making sure I'm doing all the little things right, communicating right, and just verbalizing everything, because verbalizing shows confidence. So I'm going to make sure that I continue to do that to move forward.
Getting some of the playing time that you got last year, and now kind of knowing that there's some even more opportunity going into next season. Is that something that you're conscious of?
Oh, definitely. It makes me hungry. It keeps me motivated on a daily basis, knowing I'm working for a starting spot in my eyes. So I'm gonna keep on coming out and playing like a starter and practicing like a starter.
Think about the kid in Newport, and think about where you're at now. Do you ever envision playing the position that you're playing now and kind of being where you're at?
I kind of joked around in high school a little bit, just because I was a lot bigger than everybody. I was playing quarterback and safety, but I was like, I might play linebacker, at the next level. But I was just kind of just talking out the side of my head then. But now it's a reality. But I'm embracing it. I just like to play and compete. So it doesn't matter where I'm at on the field. I'm just going to play my hardest.
Who came up with the idea of linebacker? Was that your idea, or was that Neal or Paul?
I think that was more of a coaching staff. They just saw the traits and characteristics I had, and just wherever it was going to fit best on the defense, where it could help the best on our defense. So they found outside linebacker is a good spot, and I'm embracing it. It's a good spot for me. I get to make a lot of plays there.
Yeah. Are there guys you particularly kind of leaned on, you learned from, who played the position that you kind of when you were learning the stuff?
Yeah, last year we had a couple guys. I mean, Tony Washington's, he's good. He's not as much of a vocal leader as everybody might want, but he's real approachable. You can go up and talk to him person to person. He knows what he's doing. And of course, I watch a lot of film on Dion, because he didn't do everything exactly right, but he was more of like an undersized D end, I guess, was what the actual technical position is in our defense. So I kind of get some of the skills and techniques from him because he relied a little bit more on his speed as well. So I like watching a lot of film on him.
What do you think the biggest difference is in the dynamic of the linebacker corps with the new coach and the new coordinator now?
Right now, it's just that we're really stressing just being confident. We're just trying to get everybody on the same page to where there's not, per se, a quarterback of the defense. Everybody's a quarterback of the defense. Everybody's on the same level. Everybody is communicating properly and making checks, making calls. So, we're playing as fast and the most efficient we can. So I think the biggest change is just confidence. We got a little swag about us this year and playing with a chip on our shoulder, 1 through 3s. Everybody on the depth charts knowing what they're doing.
Where does that chip come from?
I think it's just the culture we have here. It's just the standard that we're trying to set just if we can have a standard of everybody knowing what they're doing, every year it's just, the program's going to continue to build. So I think it's just the culture we're trying to build here and to hold each other accountable to maintaining that standard.
You've obviously switched positions and gone pretty well. Who are some other guys who you think have switched positions in this springtime or last springtime that you think have kind of progressed well?
I haven't really been focusing a whole lot on the other positions. I've just been trying to focus on my play, but I'm sure anybody else who's moving is being moved into a spot just to be as successful as they can, and they'll continue to work as hard as they can too.
Now today it was kind of, obviously you were in practice, but one of the popular things on Twitter was an Ask Emmert hashtag to ask the NCAA president anything they wanted. If you could ask the NCAA president anything you wanted, would you have a question in mind?
Not specifically. Maybe what his favorite NCAA event is to attend. That's about it.
You don't want to be paid or anything like that?
No, I feel like athletes are paid enough as long as you just kind of budget your money and spend it manageably. Everybody's going to want more money at the end of the day, but that's what the pros are for. Work to get your money there. But I think education is all we need, and just to come out here and just take advantage of the wonderful facilities we have and all the great support we have from staff, from academics to athletics, and just use it to our full capability to be successful after we leave here.
Unlimited food doesn't suck, right?
Oh, I love food, so I'm never going to complain about them feeding us, so that's a good thing.